All right. Good morning. Good morning, Clubhouse. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, my church channel. And good morning to all of the new radio stations, podcast destinations that are picking up the Akintunde show. Yeah. We are in expansion season, y'all. So yeah, we got a great show today. I'll tell you about who's our special guest on the show today, as well as what we're going to be talking about. But go ahead and share the room because it's going to be a good one. Okay, so there's this list that's been going around social media, and it started out as a list in response to a video of a young lady who was in a car in a parking lot, would look like a mall parking lot maybe, at a cheesecake restaurant, outside of a cheesecake restaurant. And she was saying that she couldn't believe that this guy is taking her, a woman who looks like her, to a cheesecake factory. And she said she's not getting out of the car. And she stayed in the car and berated the guy and proceeded to go live on social media because this guy had the gall and the nerve to take her, of all people, to the Cheesecake Factory. She says somebody who looks like this to the Cheesecake Factory. Now, first of all, I say, what's wrong with the Cheesecake Factory? First of all, we'll get into that a little bit more. I think that was pretty much the general consensus out of the entire team. Okay, everybody was like, what's wrong with the Cheesecake Factory? Anyway, whole other conversation. We'll talk about that later. But that led to a list from a group of young ladies. I don't know who these ladies are. Maybe they are the young Women of Color Society of America, or they are the Grown Women's Society of America, the Southern. I don't know who it was, but a group of ladies put together a list, and this list had places you should not take anyone on the first date. And I was like, huh? Well, I could see some of them. Some of them have merit, but some of them were just petty. And then that led to a list from some brothers. So I don't know if these was the new young Negro societies or the young brothers of the Carolinas, or I don't know who these brothers was, but then they put down a list that was so petty that I was like, what? Okay. Here's the thing, and this is what people have to realize. All of this is a deliberate attack by the enemy. It's strategic. What it's designed to do is, when women put out lists like this and when men put out lists like that, this is a part of a broader attack through media, arts, and entertainment and culture to break down the family, to break down, specifically, if you allow me to go a little bit deeper, to break down the black family. It's very strategic. It's very deliberate. They've been doing it for years. It started with hip hop. I don't have time to get into it. And then in recent years, I said this a few years ago. If you go back and you pull particularly some of my motivational speaking footage, you see me talking about the next attack is going to be against the black woman. And the goal of it is to demonize the black woman. And what the goal of it is to make you undesirable. That's what the goal of it is. So when you fall and play these types of games and fall into these types of tropes and fall into these specific types of mindsets, you actually play into the scenario, ladies. And that's what I want to talk about today. Let's talk about these two lists and let's have some fun with it. But let's talk about it in a realistic. What has merit on the list? What's just a little bit off? What is I don't know if you should be going that far. And then what is straight foolishness on both lists, the male list, the women's list? Let's talk about it. And then we got a brother who has been smashing it, like literally smashing it in the Carolinas and in the world of basketball, particularly the NBA. My brother Alex English will be joining us. He's going to share with us about his upcoming golf tournament that is coming up this weekend. Actually, ironically, very near to my house. I can't tell you how close it is to my house, but it's very, 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 very close to my house. We'll talk about that. Plus, I got a question for y'all. What is something that you used to do that you do not do anymore because of technology? What's that thing? All right, let's get into it. We got a packed show today. I want to get into y'all list. Donna, Pastor Tuck got plenty to say. We're going to dig down and drill into this list. And if we have time, we're going to go back to that topic of conversation that we kind of stepped into the other day about do women apologize? Whoa. We about to have it out today. This might be a good one, y'all. Listen, call your mama, call your daddy, call your auntie, call your uncle, call your cousin, call your family, and call all your friends and let them all know that the Akintunde show is about to start. Let's go.
Another track layer production, but no joke entertainment. Let's go.
Akintunde is gonna make you laugh real loud. So come on, scream it out. That's right. Akintunde is gonna make you laugh real loud. Akintunde.
Daily I shall.
It's the Akintunde Show.
Say what?
Say what?
You heard what I said.
That's right, y'all.
The Akintunde Show.
Spell it.
Tunde.
One of the best stories that I have in satisfying one of our clients happened just recently. We had a young lady that was did a family reunion for, and then they came back and placed a reorder. Now, when they placed the reorder, we could not get everything done in time. Well, we had to pull a lot of strings, make some things happen, work a little bit late, but it worked out where we were able to get the t-shirts printed and out for delivery. That's the things that we do for our clients, and we want to do that for you as well.
It's easy to become frustrated when ordering branded products and apparel. But P&B Promotionals is here to help ease those frustrations with their over 800,000 promotional products and apparel. Whether screen printed t-shirts, embroidered polo shirts, stadium cups, umbrellas, or mugs, P&B Promotionals has just what you need. Log on to pbpromotionals.com and start your order now. That's pbpromotionals.com, or send an email to info@pbpromotionals.net. info@pbpromotionals.net.
Imprinting the best for less. P&B Promotionals.
Greetings. I am Darrell Presley, owner and operator of Presley Cares Mortuary Services of West Columbia, South Carolina. Our mission here at Presley's is to provide excellent, quality, superior funeral service to all, regardless of economic status, religion, or race, with our society being embedded with a diverse class of people. Our staff here at Presley's pledges to offer only one class of service, and that is superior. So rendering professional services to the families that call upon us is not an option, it's mandatory. Presley Cares Mortuary Services, where we are caring for you and your loved one.
At my church, we help people get better by teaching them how the word works, and we want to make sure there is no excuse not to get the word. It's our goal to make all of our ministries accessible on every smartphone, tablet, PC, and television connected to the internet. So whether you're a man who needs some wisdom, a woman who needs some encouragement, or a couple who needs guidance, the My Church channel has just what you need. Simply search for the My Church channel on Roku, Fire Stick, or Apple TV, or visit mychurchchannel.org. You can also download the My Church on the Go app from Apple or Google Play App Store. Constantly on the move? Check out the Word at My Church podcast on your favorite podcast platform. Or simply download the Word at My Church skill on your Alexa-enabled device. But whatever you do, make sure to stay connected. See you soon.
Right, y'all.
The Akintunde Show.
Spell it.
Tunde.
Oh, yeah.
All right, family. Thursday morning. live, 10:53 a.m. if you're watching this live. If you are watching this on replay, it's whatever time you're watching it. Whatever time that is. Do me a favor. Share the room. We're about to get into this conversation. We're talking about this list that has been going around social media. It's been all over Instagram and all over Clubhouse. It's been everywhere. And we get into this. We're having this conversation. Let's get right on into it. This list stems from a video of a young lady outside of a cheesecake factory who was very upset that this young man would be taking her to a cheesecake factory. She said, I can't believe that he would take a woman who looks like this to a cheesecake factory. And at first, of course, I was offended by the fact that I like the Cheesecake Factory. I thoroughly enjoy the Cheesecake Factory. Cheesecake Factory is not a sponsor of mine. Nor am I endorsing them. I get no benefit from the Cheesecake Factory. But I'm just saying, I don't have a problem with the Cheesecake Factory. What's wrong with the Cheesecake Factory? That's first thing. Second thing is this. Why would somebody shame somebody to that degree and attempt to put them on social media and go live to prove that they're somehow inadequate and that you shouldn't be dating this person simply because they took you to a Cheesecake Factory? It was so superficial. So that video, then clearly a lot of people agree with it because that led to a list that came out. This list is actually from the ladies, and this list is a list of places that you should not take someone on a first date. I thought the list was very petty. It was very petty, but and now a couple of them I could see. And, okay, so put the list up, Julia. Put the image of the list up, the ladies list. Let's start with the ladies list, okay? And again, first of all, I was trying to figure out why the young lady in the picture, why she look like that? Why she standing like that? What is she wearing? So who decided to put her picture next to the list? Is she the person who put it together? Again, we really got to talk, y'all, about this whole superficial mindset that we come in. And again, I said up top at the cold opening, but I'll reiterate it again. It's a deliberate strategic attack. But let's look at this list. A group of ladies make a list of places men shouldn't take them on the first date. Okay,
she looked like the dude left her right there in front of Cheesecake Factory. Like she waiting for a ride. That's the look she's standing there with right now. Like I wait for my daddy to come pick me up because dude right here at the Cheesecake Factory.
I can't believe he took me to the Cheesecake Factory.
Wow. Let me go ahead and get me a piece of cheesecake while I wait for a ride.
That's hilarious. Here's a list. It's a list of places women absolutely refuse to go on a first date to, and thank you to the ladies who reached out to me to help me on my list. Okay. All right. So again, when you hear the list, when you hear that sentence, listen to the list.
Yeah. The fact that she's acting like, thank you to the ladies that helped me put this list together. I'm like,
here's a list.
Like you just did a public service.
Cheesecake Factory is number one. Hold on. Here's a list.
I didn't see the video. Was this a moving video or was this a still video?
No, she was sitting in the car on a live, and she then said, this guy.
In the dude's car.
She's in the dude's car. The guy has walked around to the door to open the door for her. She is refusing to get out of the car. She has, and she goes live.
And at that point, people would have saw the car start moving because I would have been driving her back home.
You jumped ahead of me a little bit. I got to come back because there's a part 2 to the video. So, but let me give you the list first. All right, here's a list that the ladies has come up. Again, for context, I have to reiterate that this sentence again. Here's a list of places women absolutely refuse to go on a first date to, and thank you to the ladies who reached out to me to help me on my list. Here we go. Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's, Chili's, Chipotle,
one of my favorite,
Olive Garden, the movies. Crazy. Look at Tristan's face. Your house. I get that. You absolutely should take nobody to your house. I get that. I fully agree with that. Any fast food chain. I agree unless you're 16, 17.
Go through the list and let's analyze this list first. Let's go through the list because we're going to have to analyze this list.
Buffalo Wild Wings, Wingstop, Red Lobster, a buffet, IHOP, Denny's, the gym, church, Starbucks, coffee dates, ice cream dates, family functions, movie night, Netflix, Hulu, and etc. Somewhere that requires a long drive, bowling, nightclubs, hookah bar, a bar for just drinks, Waffle House, sporting events.
First of all, let me say this. This is a child saying this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is a young person saying all this.
Yeah.
Because it'd be glad, I'll be glad to go to some of these places on the first day. You know, that's what I'll be, you know, hey, I'll be glad to. You know, this is a kid.
I need the list back. I need the list back. I need the list back. Put the list back up on the screen.
And I want to y'all tell us on Clubhouse and on Facebook and on YouTube if you agree with any of this. Because I agree with Donna's assertion that this is somebody who's young. The sister in the doggone picture looked like she all of 14. Yes. Like she's straight middle school.
Yes. Yeah. There's some things on this list that absolutely, positively have no business on this list.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out, is this just a list? Because these cannot be in rank order.
No,
these cannot be in rank order.
Just a list. It's got to be just a list.
I must just believe that these are just a list. But Cheesecake Factory does not belong on this list.
Not at all. And nothing wrong with Cheesecake.
Not at all. Does not belong on this
nothing
list.
At all. Yeah.
Sporting events do not belong on this list.
Sporting events do not belong on this list.
Yeah.
Church does not belong on this list.
The movies.
Look, the movies does not belong on this list.
I think the movies are a great place to go on the first date.
Chipotle.
Coffee dates / Starbucks does not belong on this list.
Yeah.
I love Chipotle.
Ice cream dates does not belong on this list.
Yeah.
Bowling does not belong on this list. Yeah. And
IHOP.
Anywhere that requires a long drive and family functions are questionable as far as whether or not they belong on this list.
Well, I wouldn't want nobody taking my daughter on first time you meet, you drive 70 miles away. I'm like, where y'all?
Yeah.
Yo, Charleston. What the heck? What we got you in Charleston for? Tell that joke.
And once again, like I said, those are questionable because it all depends on how special it is. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, first date, I can concur. First date, that's slash
too far
on the first date.
The first date,
I understand.
Yeah.
First date, understand that. So we take that off the list.
Yeah.
And like you said, family function. He may be trying to introduce you to his family, and that's a little premature. So I can understand.
Yeah, that's a little too late for that. Yeah.
But coffee date. Starbucks, like you said, that's something that should be disarming. That should be something that's trying to, we taking a foray into this relationship. We trying to do something that's not intimidating, you know, something that's not, something real benign to see where this thing going. That's a safe date.
Yeah.
So why would you not want that?
Right. Yeah, I mean that's a sit down and talk. We get to know each other. Coffee and ice cream is first of all, it's an inexpensive date. And let me just say this right here. I did say this. Yeah, if you're 16, 17 and a guy takes you to Subway or guy takes you to McDonald's or Arby's, ain't nothing wrong with that. Bottom line is you are young.
He doing what his pocket
can do. You know what I'm saying? And so to me, I think if you go and ask your daddy for $125 so I can take you on this first date, I got more respect for you. If you, I saved my money. I got $46.75. That's all I got.
Right.
That's enough for Subway and some gas today. Okay, back in the day, $46 will get you dinner for both of us and a movie and some gas back in the day. But this ain't 1990. This is $20.
$46 was 2 months living expenses for me when I was in college. Do you
and
understand?
It might get you a kiss.
Tristan and Jaleel like that. They both lit up over there when they said that.
But that was back in the day. Back in the day.
Tristan just reached in his pocket and like, hey,
I got $46.
I got $49 right now.
Yeah, and Tristan got money, young ladies, because I know how much money he make because I pay him. He got money. Tristan got money. Okay. But anyway, okay. But no, here's the thing. Well, so I don't think it's appropriate for a guy to take you to his house on the first date. That's a big
not
no.
going there. Nope.
No, that's a huge no.
Nope.
That is a problem. Okay. Let me say something. Let me clear this up. Ain't nothing wrong with Denny's. Denny's has been one of our longest sponsors and one of our longest production clients. Shout out to Denny's. Ain't nothing wrong with Denny's.
I agree. Denny's is a respectable restaurant, but on a date, no, I wouldn't want to go on a date to Denny's myself as a woman. No, I wouldn't.
I'm just saying. I'm going on record.
I understand Denny's is a wonderful family restaurant.
I disagree.
Denny's is a family restaurant, wonderful family restaurant, but on a date, no, Denny's is not the date place of choice. We wonderfully accept Denny's as a sponsor, and we applaud them as a family place to go. But on a romantic date, that's not they steez. Okay, stay in your lane.
What's wrong with bowling? What could be wrong with bowling?
No, bowling is a perfectly, once again, benign place to go.
Yeah.
Like you said, to get to know somebody.
That's right.
I'm gonna read the list again because I want to make sure everybody who's listening, you may be just coming in, and definitely drop in the comments here. I want to know what the people on Facebook, Clubhouse, YouTube, or if you're watching this later on, shoot me an email. This is ridiculous. These are my thoughts. This is what I think about this video, about this list, I should say. Again, this is a list created, crafted, all right, and put in place on social media. I don't know if the young lady who's in the picture created the list, but this is what it said. Let me preface it. Here's a list of places women absolutely refuse to go on. Absolutely refuse. Those are hard lines. Okay? These are refuse to go on a first date, and thank you to the ladies who I reached out to put this list together. I messed that up. That's not so. All right. Again, number one was Cheesecake Factory because that's what started it all. Applebee's, Chili's, Chipotle, Olive Garden, the movies, Your House, any fast food chain, Buffalo Wild Wings, Wingstop, Red Lobster, a buffet, IHOP, Denny's, the gym, church, Starbucks, coffee dates, ice cream dates, family functions, movie night, Netflix, Hulu, etc. Somewhere that requires a long drive, bowling, nightclubs, hookah bar, a bar for just drinks, Waffle House, sporting events. Where do you go?
Wait, she didn't.
Where do you go?
She don't even have on this list mud wrestling or strip clubs.
Wow.
Yeah.
She don't even have that on the list.
No.
But they don't want to go to church.
It's cool. You can take it to the strip club. You can take it to the strip club.
See that ain't right. They don't want to go to church on the first date.
Donna said mud wrestling.
Mud wrestling and strip clubs.
You can take it to the Magic City. As long as you don't take it to Cheesecake Factory.
Wow.
You good.
Wow.
I'm laughing.
Just amazed.
I'm laughing. I can't think of the last time I heard the term mud wrestling. Mike, Jaleel, and Tristan, have y'all ever heard of mud wrestling? Hold on, let me turn Jaleel mic on. Have you ever heard of mud wrestling, Jaleel?
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is beyond wrestling in mud. What is it?
Yes, that was it.
Okay.
Mud wrestling was hugely popular.
It was.
That's weird.
They used to take like the little kiddie pools. And girls with bikinis would get in there and wrestle.
Are you serious?
Oh,
yes.
I'm tired. I have nothing more to say.
Listen, I'm tired.
It's something that you would if you ever saw it somewhere and you paused to watch it, or if you were somewhere they actually did it. It's something that you're watching, but you feel so bad at the same time that you're watching it.
You felt dirtier than they were.
But you
were like, why? Why?
But you couldn't turn away.
It's hard to turn away from it.
Yes.
It's like because they fully fight. It's like
they fully fight.
Yes.
And when they come out there, you cannot see no skin, no hair, no nothing. They are totally mud covered.
And it's a serious, I ain't gonna say serious sport, but it's a sport to some people. It's like roller derby. It's like it's like y'all really are rolling around a ring trying to knock other people down.
That used to be the The jam.
Roller derby was a huge sport back in the day.
Yes.
Again, Tristan and Jaleel. Tristan standing there looking at me like, what are you talking about?
I know roller derby. I do know roller
research.
derby.
Do the research.
Roller
It's
derby
not
is
mud
pretty fun.
wrestling. It's not mud wrestling.
Oh, hold on, hold on.
Oh my God, this is funny.
But,
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to the list. Let's go. I'm sorry. I just
all right.
had to pause. I had to pause, y'all. I had to pause and respond to mud wrestling. Donna said, "You mean you don't have strip clubs and mud wrestling?" And they don't.
They don't.
They got together. They got what's called a comprehensive list of places you should not take folks. And strip clubs and mud wrestling.
So when he pull you up in front of Magic City, he like, hey,
Get out.
It wasn't on the list.
That's right. Get out.
So let's go.
Wow. Wow. All right. So okay. Here's a big question. I'm coming to y'all comments. All right. Do y'all know? Do y'all think? Do you think that church is an appropriate place to go on the first date?
Yes.
Why not?
All right.
Well, you want to find out whether or not you dating a heathen or not.
I agree with that. I agree with that as a notion. But I'm trying to think. If you were planning to go out with someone, okay, let's break it down. Let's be honest. Let's think about 21-year-old Don and Pastor Tuck. Let's think about current day.
Okay.
Yo, Don and Pastor Tuck. Okay. Now today, you know, I always say I believe God when I leave this earth, my wife and my children will be at the foot of the bed. Okay, all of them. All right. So I'm gonna stay with you this to the end. But that was not what happened. If I took somebody on a date, I say, hey, come on, go to church with me. Today, I think that's hey, come on, we going to a conference. Come on, yeah, I think that's appropriate. That's technically a first date. Yeah, that's good. I don't know 21-year-old. I don't know if I'm not even talking about pre-save. I'm saying if I was saved at 21, I don't know if that would have been.
But think about it. Not even 21-year-old. Think about your daughter that's 20, 23.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
That's where her life at right now.
Right. I mean,
so what would be wrong with her telling somebody come to church with me because this is what I do?
Could I say something?
Of course. Yeah.
I respectfully, while I like the idea of going to church as a date, I do not believe it should be the first. That should be later on when y'all have gone on more than one date and y'all have gotten an understanding of each other. Then they'd be like, hey, come to church with me. Church isn't intimate in terms of two people going. Church is like you sitting there listening to the word and worshiping and praising. That's the type of date I would take somebody on once I knew there was somebody I wanted to go on with and we had an understanding of each other in terms of like life and faith and whatever. And I'd be like, want to go to church with me? Like, you know what? Yeah. And like, okay, cool. I'll pick you up and go and pick her up and we go to church and we have that. And we experience that together, sitting there, you know, occasionally turning to your neighbor and, you know, just, you know, chatting every now and then, stuff like that. But that's not a first date. First date needs to be like, hey, let's go somewhere and just get to know each other.
Let me tell you why I agree with you, because I think church is a place where it's also a testing ground. And you can't, when you take somebody to church for the first time, I'm not talking the first date. But if you take somebody to church for the first time, you are judging that person on some level. You're judging how they respond. Do you sing during praise and worship? Do you clap? Are you awkward if you go to a church where it's a little bit more charismatic and people are shouting? Are you all out shouting at that moment, or are you like, oh my God, what's going on? Do you not like that? You know, so I think that's a bit much to put on somebody.
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
If Jaleel takes somebody to the movies, it's just as much as a testing ground.
No, because a movie is more subjective.
If Jaleel took a young girl to one of the Marvel movies and she was like, that was stupid, Jaleel like, we will never have another conversation.
Listen, that's not a deal breaker for me. I wouldn't take somebody to the movies on the first day anyway, but like that is not a deal breaker for me. You're allowed to think something stupid. But I'm not gonna take you to go see a Marvel movie if you don't want to see it, because I'm not gonna waste my time going to see it with somebody who doesn't want to see it. That's not fun. And it just makes me feel like, well, you don't want to be here anyway. So like, why are we saying this?
And as much as Jaleel loves Marvel and loves superhero comic book type stuff, he don't want to go there and be judged. People who are deep and fully vested in those movies, whether it's Star Wars, Marvel, whatever, they don't want nobody. Even like there's some stuff I don't get, so he ain't trying to sit there and watch certain things with me because I'm like anime. I don't get this. I'm lost,
and that's okay. That is all right.
Let me ask you this question though. Let me ask you this question: would you rather? Because you see, Cheesecake Factory is low bar.
I'm telling you, like what?
We already see Cheesecake Factory is low bar.
Right.
Yeah. Where you going?
So, and we already know what the tab gonna look like at Cheesecake Factory. That's low bar.
Right.
So, would you rather do 4 or 5 high bar dates and then take them to church and find out this a heathen? After you done spent a month's salary on them? So that's why I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with church being the first one. Hey, let's get this off the table first.
But here's the whole thing.
Before I make any kind of investment here.
That's funny. But here's what you can do though. What you can do is you can go have coffee, or you can go have ice cream, and you can learn much. You can learn it, but you can ask questions.
Coffee's on the list. You can't do that.
But you gotta be able to talk to people.
Right now, I'm off this crazy list. I'm talking about just taking somebody to church. And y'all are in the comments on these. Let me read some of these comments. Donna, but before I go to the comments, what you about to say, Donna? I don't want to cut you off.
I was just saying that it is crazy that you got to go to someplace where you can talk. That's the whole purpose of having a date where you can go and you have an experience. You're both in the experience, and then you talk about it.
Right.
And you can talk and get to know each other.
Right.
So
and that was my point.
Right.
Let's go to church, and then we go to dinner afterwards.
No.
And so now
I'm with Donna. I'm with Donna on that. I'm with Donna.
They turn and look at you.
We can go back, and now I find out what's on your mind. Because you like, man, that was too long.
No. Well, okay. Now you take somebody. Now you got a young lady or a guy that you like, and now y'all go to church on the first date, and then they have the altar call, and they say anybody who's struggling with lust and pornography,
demons, come on up. You're like,
hey,
I ain't going up there.
You need to know that.
Now wait a minute. What you gonna say? What you gonna say when it's your date that goes up there?
Right.
That's what Adam Sandler said in The Wedding Singer. That's information I could have used yesterday.
Listen, for purely entertainment value, I think it's hilarious. Mm-hmm. But for me, I'm like, I wouldn't take you to church on the first day. Mm-hmm. Now, if it was impromptu, like Bill Winston said the way he got saved was. A shout out to Bill Winston, who will be with us for Direction Conference 2023 next week. Ooh. Bill Winston said that the way he got saved was he went to church with a young lady. She invited him to church impromptu, and he went to church that night and found the Lord. So was
that their first date?
Well, technically it was, but it was more impromptu, meaning she was like, hey, why don't you come and go to church with me? Oh, he was like, he was like, she was fine. He was like, he wanted to get to know her. And he was like, yeah, I'll go. But it wasn't like, hey, 2 weeks out or next week, hey, come go to church with me. Like, I was like, let's.
She was like, let's go somewhere with it. He didn't even know where he was going. He
knew. He knew. She said, come on, let's go to church. He said he was kind of like, church? Like, what? Nah, I ain't going to church, but he was like, she was fine.
I'm going.
She was fine. I'm going.
That's right. That's right.
The rest is history. Yeah. Let me go to the comments here. The comments on fire. Folek said, "How is church even a date place?" Good question. Pop Earl said the church with the $100 line at offerings time should be on the.
Then you find out whether or not you broke or not. So you get all kinds of information in the house.
The $100 line.
Here's a $1,000 line. Gabriel Wells said church, and then we can talk about you spazzing out during deliverance. Talk about the truth of your past traumas and current addictions afterwards. Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly, Gabriel. That's exactly the reason why you should not go to church on the first day.
That's why you should.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Y'all be getting invested, and then you find out about all these problems. Let's get all this stuff up front.
Ashley Bear said, nope, Pastor Tuck. No. 3 no's. Ashley said, a lot of y'all are killing me with the church first date. Nope, take me to Starbucks and a bookstore. I fully agree with that.
Yep,
Bookstore,
I like
yes.
that. Yep,
I
a
fully agree with
bookstore.
that. Pop Earl said going to church on the first date is a good start. It speaks of the character or upbringing, although it's not a guarantee of a person of good character. They are guys who look for the good girls at church. And not Pop Earl.
Yep.
That last sentence right there.
That's true statement.
Hey, let me tell you something. Oh, I'm talking about unsaved Ock. I would go to church with you. I would stand up and clap. I would give an offering if I knew there was an inkling that after church, there's gonna be some sinning going on. And you walk up in there with the right girl, and the Lord do just like He did with Bill Winston. Before you leave out there, you be laying out on the altar. See, that's what I said. There's an ark of safety in the house. I don't know. I definitely see the benefits of it, but it wouldn't be my choice on the first date. Now, if somebody said, "Hey, if Kalia said, hey, I'm going out with such and such, and he invited me to go to church," I'd be like, okay. For me as a father, I'm like, well, yeah, shoot, girl, you're going to go to church with that boy, But I'm just saying, just purely on the first date level, 1-to-1. That probably wouldn't be my choice. But let's get back to the list. So now we got to do a whole show. Tristan, write this down. Record this right here. So Donna, our producer Donna, can is church an appropriate place to go on the first day? That's a whole at least half a show right there. Because and let's talk about the why. And if there's anybody besides Pastor Bill Winston who has gone on a first date to church, was it good? Did it work? Do you agree it and endorse it for someone else? All right. But let's go back to this ridiculous list. And I want to get y'all comments on the list. The comments, I'm trying to go back up. The comments have been flooded so much about church, I can't even get back to it. Leon said she didn't say the weed spot. She said a hookah bar. Is a hookah bar a weed spot? Is that the same thing? I don't know. I always hear the term.
No, not really.
As far as I understand, hookah is like a tobacco bong.
Right.
Oh, bong. Okay.
Got it.
Right.
It probably is a place where you smoke and lounge about and talk.
I got the vape stores. Is that?
Yeah, got one right next door. Anyway, so
is that a good place for a first?
It's probably a store.
What about the crack spot? They ain't got that on there.
It's so much stuff they left off this list.
Exactly.
Like Donna said, mud wrestling, strip clubs is okay.
It's all right. It's all right.
Listen, y'all.
But I would say this too, just real quick.
Okay.
They are spending the guy's money. So no, they will not want to go to those places because they're spending the guy's money. So they want to spend as much money as they want, and that's just the mentality. They want to live that balling lifestyle, and they don't have a cent in their pocket.
Wow.
And that's the problem.
That's the problem.
And that's the problem with this whole concept. It's like when she's sitting there talking about a girl that look like me, you gonna take her to this. Well, first of all, you sitting there talking about based on how you look, somebody should spend this money on you.
Right.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't care how fine a woman is. If a woman says something like that, run, hide, head for cover. That's not the woman you. I was talking about this with somebody with a friend of mine the other day. A lot of times, women really don't understand what's attractive to a man. And
I agree.
And you'll be well into your life. And you sitting and thinking, I can't understand. I got this, I got that. Look at me. Look at this. And it's like, and you don't realize that's the main reason.
That's why you still by yourself.
Why you by yourself? That's why dudes only will have sex with you. Because please believe it, men ain't got no problem having sex with somebody. Right. That's fine.
Right.
But it's like past that. Oh yeah, no. It's a lot of fine women who will never be married. And it's because of their mindset and mentality
that he'll play with and the things that he'll keep.
Exactly. And them women like that be the ones sitting there. A guy will leave them and go marry a woman who's quote unquote not as Hollywood attractive or traditionally attractive.
Glamorous.
And then I don't understand. He mad at that whole plain girl. She don't even know how to dress. Ain't got nothing to do with that. Ain't got nothing to do with that, sweetheart. So and there's so many other factors. That's a whole other show itself. But back to this list right here. Mary Hartfield, she said, let's do a nice picnic on the Lake Michigan. I'm trying to get to know him. I agree with that, Mary.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah,
I would just make sure you go during the daytime and go and make sure you're in an area of the lake where there's a lot of other people around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. And make sure you can swim, man.
Right.
Yeah. She also said, I had a first date at Cracker Barrel. He lived in Detroit and I lived in Grand Rapids. We met in Lansing at Cracker Barrel. So ladies, is that, Donna, would you have a problem with going to a date with somebody at the Cracker Barrel?
No, I would not. I would not have a problem with that. I wouldn't have a problem. Like she was talking about
Go judgmental
the dam.
Look at
the
that.
dam is good too because we have the dam here. I was saying walking across the dam, but Pastor
The dam is
Ain't
nice.
nobody
That's
going on no
nice.
damn date, Donna.
I had a damn date. That's right.
There's no way.
That's funny.
You saw, I felt that Jason Earl spirit just rise over didn't you?
That's for you, Jason. That's for you.
Oh my God. The only thing we can do after that is go to break. That is the only scenario
That's it.
where you can say damn and date on this show. Listen, y'all. The damn date is brought to you by Pastor Lewis Tucker. Y'all stay right there. We talking about this list. When we come back, we're going to get into part 2 where the men put out a list that's so doggone petty.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Ain't nobody going on no damn date with you, dog.
Go to break before we slip further into the abyss. We're in the abyss.
First Sunday, every first Sunday.
Coming up for First Sundays in November, it's our special holiday comedy kickoff with a special lineup. 2 headliners over 2 nights, featuring the legendary Alonzo Hamburger Jones. From Def Comedy Jam and Family Guy, it's Hamburger. Plus, from BET's Comic View and TBN, comedian and ventriloquist Willie Brown. 2 headliners, 2 nights for a special First Sundays comedy weekend. Saturday, November 4th and Sunday, November 5th. Coming to our WF Media Studios, located at 5124 Fairfield Road, Columbia, South Carolina, in the Food Lion Shopping Center. Both live in-house and virtual online tickets both nights. To get general admission and VIP tickets, log on to firstsundayscomedy.com. That's firstsundayscomedy.com. We got them jokes for you this November. And remember, every first Sunday is First Sundays. And this month is Saturday too.
One of the best stories that I have in satisfying one of our clients happened just recently. We had a young lady that was did a family reunion for, and then they came back and placed a reorder. Now, when they placed the reorder, we could not get everything done in time. Well, we had to pull a lot of strings, make some things happen, work a little bit late, but it worked out where we were able to get the t-shirts printed and out for delivery. That's the things that we do for our clients, and we want to do that for you as well.
It's easy to become frustrated when ordering branded products and apparel. But P&B Promotionals is here to help ease those frustrations with their over 800,000 promotional products and apparel. Whether screen printed t-shirts, embroidered polo shirts, stadium cups, umbrellas, or mugs, P&B Promotionals has just what you need. Log on to pbpromotionals.com and start your order now. That's pbpromotionals.com, or send an email to info@pbpromotionals.net. info@pbpromotionals.net.
Imprinting the best for less. P&B Promotionals.
It's the Akintunde Show.
Say what? Say what?
You heard what I said.
That's right, y'all.
The Akintunde Show.
Smell it.
AKIN Tunde.
Oh, yeah.
I promise you. I was trying to get myself together in the break.
Oh.
I was trying to get myself together. I'm in here sweating, still laughing. I see his whole thing. I need for the record, I need to be clear that it was Donna and Pastor Tucker here cutting up. Cause see, this other day, somebody tried to blame me for all the lunacy that happens on the praise party show with me and Pastor Lenny. I said, no, y'all forgetting Pastor Lenny be cutting up real bad himself. And for the record here, people always want to blame the comedian. Today, it was the pastor and the producer. It was the P and the P.
That was Jason Bell. That one is.
And then y'all cutting up. But I told Jaleel we have to find the sounder for the Temptation. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. It's one of the best lines ever.
All we gotta do is find a clip. And we just cut that one part
and put it in the board.
Or we can see you. Or we can just record it through the board. I don't know.
Oh, God. That was so funny.
But Pastor Tuck started it. Pastor Tucker started.
No,
he was judging.
That was Jason.
He was judging my.
He was judging Cracker
date.
Barrel, and he was judging Cracker Barrel first, and then we started talking about Donna saying going on a date. To be clear, she was talking about going on a date at the dam. Columbia has a very nice dam in Columbia, and it's very pleasant out there. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I've shot a couple of things out there. I walked out. This is a very nice place, right? So, but Pastor Tucker,
you know what I think about your damn pictures.
Papa Earl said, "Pure insanity," but he laughing. Oh my God, Ashley Bailey is crying laughing. Papa Earl said Cracker Barrel has a begging gift shop. Yeah, Cracker Barrel, you get a good meal, something to go.
Hey girl, you want one of them little puzzles right there? Go get you one.
You can get a T-shirt. You can get candy.
Oh, go on and get you something.
Go and get you one of them fruit logs.
Hey, give her a fruit log. Give her one of them big old suckers. Give her a T-shirt.
Hey, get one of them little puzzles you put on the table. Go get one of them T-shirts. Remember we played that puzzle when we went on our first date? Go ahead and get you one of them.
Get a nice map. Get her a map too. I know you don't got your phone. Get her a map.
Get a map so she know how to get back home.
Papa Earl said, "This is part of what the fruit of the spirit of joy means to me, and that's why I love y'all so much." Thank you, Papa Earl, and that's why we love you so much for cutting up with us.
We love you, Pop. We love you. We love you, Pop.
So let's say y'all are funny. Go on the damn day with 3 exclamation marks. With 3 exclamation marks. Okay, the radio stations who will look at the show, I need y'all to understand. The context is he's at a water dam.
That's right.
And Donna said you can go on a date at the dam.
That's right. That's right.
It's 11:30. Trisha's
going on no damn date.
Nobody going on a damn date with you, Donna.
Y'all gotta stop.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Classic line. Okay. And for the record, Leon said that he ad-libbed that. They asked. I saw a podcast interview. I was like, did he say that? Well, did he play David Ruffin, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And he said did David Ruffin actually say that? He said nah. He said it was ad-libbed in the moment, and the director came out and said, let's keep that.
It's classic.
It's classic line.
Those are always the best parts of the movie, the ad-lib, yo.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So here's the deal. So the men came back with a list.
Oh Lord.
Now, let me just say this. Before I read the men's list, these are clearly young people. Both of this, like we've ascertained that whoever wrote this list, whatever group of ladies wrote this list, they're probably between the age of 17 and silly. Okay.
Yeah. We gotta record. We gotta record that.
17 and silly. You know, at some point, there's a silly part of your life. Men have it and women have it. You are silly, and you get older. You be like, dog, I was silly. That was just stupid. Okay, right. And guess what? I would say that the women's list is between 17 and silly. The men's list is between 16 and stupid. Okay, it's just but it's petty and not, there's a couple that I could see. Okay, just like the ladies list. There's a couple on there, but it's like, so the rest of them are like, really, sir? Really? Did y'all really compile this? Okay, here it is. I'm warning you. It's some ignorance on here before I say it. Okay?
First of all, the pictures. Let's deal with these pictures. Him and her, put them two side by side, and they ought to go on a date together.
Look at the caption. Look at the caption. The finesse.
The finesse. Yeah. And now, to be clear, this dude got a whole channel. He got a whole podcast, like that's well produced. So dude out here, he clearly has an audience of people who follows the finesse, and he clearly is taking himself serious. Anytime a black man
himself serious,
he's taking himself seriously. Anytime a black man got on a beret and shades inside, first of all, the fact that you wear a beret today is always interesting. Okay, here's the men's list. Okay, group of men made a list of women you shouldn't take on a date.
That's different.
That's crazy.
Wow. Group of men made a list of women.
He said places that you should take. We said women you shouldn't take.
Again,
the women you shouldn't take.
I need to warn y'all, this list is petty on steroids.
Number one is
God, dog. I mean, no. All right.
The number one should have been women who make lists on places you shouldn't take them.
Right.
No, the first on the list is, again, this is his list. Single mothers. Wow. Women with tattoos. Women, okay. Women who dress like this in public. I don't know what this. What this is okay. I don't know what this is. Okay. Number 4, sex workers, OnlyFans girls, mattress actresses. Okay, I guess that's a porn star. Strippers. Okay. Call girls, escorts, Instagram models, bottle girls. I had to really think about what a bottle girl is. That bottle girls is like the girls who walk around a club and they back when
with the little sparklers.
Right. Let me say how old last time I was going to clubs. I remember that when Zima first came out. Remember when Zima first came out?
Yep.
Remember that?
Wow.
That's how long. That's how long. That's how long it's been since I've been hanging out in clubs.
Hey,
and they was walking around like, you want to try this? Like, what?
Ain't no bottle girl bringing no Zima.
That's the first time I saw a bottle girl in the club walking around with some Zima. Like, you want to try some Zima? I'm like, is that a wine cooler? I don't drink no. Anyway, women with an IG page. Okay, I don't know. Okay,
hold up.
Women with non-ear piercings.
Hold up.
Let's go through the list and we'll come back.
Yeah,
women with non-ear piercings. Okay. Women with purple hair or any unnatural color. All right. All right. Women with
whole friends.
Whole friends. Wow.
Look how he spelled it.
Yeah, how you say it? Spell whole. Models who market to men. Wow. Women who travel regularly. Wow. Women who drink liquor regularly. Now, a couple of these is funny. I have with you. Women with weak absentee fathers. Wow. Gosh. This list is so doggone petty. Women who live alone. What? Women, this is funny. Women with a party voice.
What's that like? Yo, hey, yo. Okay.
Okay, a party, just to be clear. A party voice and a club voice is a woman who be going to clubs every weekend for 15, 20 years. So now she in her late 30s and her voice sound like, oh, girl, that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you done spent the last 20 years yelling over music and drinking liquor and smoking cigarettes. You done tore your voice up. That's what a party voice is.
Okay.
Women on dating apps. God, dog. Women who have been on Fresh and Fit. What is Fresh and Fit?
Fresh and Fit. Okay. I'm not gonna go down a rabbit hole, but just know that Fresh and Fit. First of all, Fresh and Fit are not people you should be watching, especially if you a man. don't watch that trash. If any woman is on there agreeing with the men on that show, that's worse. So yeah, I understand that, but like Is that
a podcast or is that an exercise show?
It is a podcast. It is a podcast, and they specialize in some very unhealthy tools, ideologies that they teach the men and women as well. So
wow. Okay.
I'm sitting there when you went. I was like, I'm thinking it's an exercise show.
Oh no, okay. I wish.
All right, women with list.
Okay.
Women who have been engaged. What? Divorcees.
List.
Okay, this list is petty. American black women.
Jesus.
And then this is random. Women raised in the West.
Okay, so what I surmise from this is that the finesser does not date women.
Yeah. What about that? Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I was already questionable with the beret. I mean, he's not in the military.
It's a raspberry beret too.
Yeah. That's not a green beret. That's a raspberry one.
Yeah.
And he has just already singled out every woman on the planet.
Yeah. And it's so specific.
It only leaves sister. What you call them? Sister women. That's the only thing he left off the list. So
this joker said women with weak absentee fathers. Do you know how much you got drilled down on something like that?
The only woman left he did not list was sister women.
Yeah.
So
Folex
I
said
surmise he does not date women.
Folex said he's a Kevin Samuels descendant. Ashley Bailey said Fresh and Fit is a red pill podcast. Mm-hmm. What is red pill?
What's red pill?
I actually got red pill stuff falls into my timeline sometimes. So what is red pills?
All red pill is basically taken from the Matrix. You take the red pill and you find out all the secrets.
Right.
Well, they're basically these red pill podcasts and shows are all trying to teach specifically men about this about these. Okay. So basically, it's foolishness. Like what they believe to be truths about women. Like women are this, women are that, and this is what you need to do to protect yourselves, man. And don't tolerate this, and don't date this, and don't marry this, and men do this and men do that. But it's all just messed up.
It's all
stuff.
negative.
It's all negative. It's not healthy or conducive to a relationship.
Got it. It's a judge. It's what it is. It's a group of guys who may take something that has a kernel of truth into it and blows it up into an entire narrative, ideology, and then they filter everything through that one bruised ego, limited perspective, low self-esteem lens, and get on social media and talk about it.
That is the actual definition of toxic masculinity.
That is a fact. Exactly. If toxic masculinity had a face, it would be that.
Oh wow.
Ashley Bailey said red pill is the idea that the men have seen the light against women.
That's worse. Jesus.
Because now that I see it, now that she says that, when I see the few clips that I see from I guess that's a channel. Is that a channel? Is that a?
Oh, there's multiple things. There's multiple. It's basically just a category. It's a faction. Yeah.
Okay. So anytime I see it's always something negative against women. It's never anything positive, and it's always targeted against black women. And so it's sometimes what happened is, truth be told, sometimes what happened, it'll have a video that has some truth in it, but it's like, man, why is it so negative? Okay, so that's factual, that happened, but that's not everybody.
That's right.
Yeah.
So should men apologize for that?
Hey,
Donna on one of them.
You apologize for what you're responsible for.
Yeah, exactly.
Take
They're
accountability.
responsible for that.
I'm not responsible.
They are.
They are. I said, should they apologize for that? Yes.
No, you said should men.
You
okay,
said
so
men.
I did say.
Men, and
Oh,
we're
wait a
not
minute.
responsible
I
for that.
apologize for that. I did say men.
Okay. So here's the thing. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and take another quick break. But before we take the break, let's finish this list. I want to finish addressing this list. But I do want to button up the show.
Yes.
With the conversation of do women apologize?
Okay.
Because we said we're going to get to it. And I don't want to. We said we're gonna have Alice English, and we could not get past the technical issues. We said we're gonna do the list. We got through the list. We got to both of the lists. Okay, and we did say that we're going to talk about do women apologize. So I want to do at least 3 of the 4 things on the rundown today. Okay, so and since Donna just kind of poking us, she's jabbing at us, fellas. Okay, let me get some more of y'all comments in. Ashley Bailey said, filled with incels and men who are mad that they are gay. Interesting. Wow.
Hey,
Ashley.
I just told you, he just ran down a whole list.
Wow.
That he don't date women.
Listen. Wow, that is funny, but just keep going.
Ashley Bailey dropping bombs in the comments, y'all. Listen, we come back. Let me come back, y'all. Because that list right there that the guys put out, that's very limited, very bitey, messy,
petty,
toxic, petty, all of that.
Divisive
and funny.
Yeah, and funny, But you know what it also is? It's offensive.
Oh,
that list is offensive.
It's offensive as a man. It's offensive.
Yeah. Now the young ladies list was just ignorant. It was like y'all are uninformed. You ain't been nowhere. You ain't lived long enough. You superficial. But that guys list that clearly they put out in response to this, that's offensive.
Yeah,
that's just offensive. It's like, man, really? Okay. Now again, let me just say this right here. Let me say this right here for full clarity. Okay, you have the right to make a decision personally who you do and do not want to date. You can set a standard for yourself. You don't like a guy to take you to a fast food restaurant on the first day. I fully agree with that. But here's my thing. Me and Donna said this earlier. If Tristan is 17, about to turn 18. If Tristan takes a girl on a first date to Subway, ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, but if a man my age take a woman on a first date to a fast food restaurant, it's kind of like, really, sir? That's a problem in my book. If my sister, if my daughters, if my mama said a guy took them on a fast food restaurant on the first date, it's a problem for me. You a full grown man,
right?
So, but I think, but again, here's the thing though. So whatever your requirements are, that's on you. If you're a guy and you say you don't date women with kids, hey, I see why you say that. I can see why you say that. Now, that wouldn't be my opinion, but I understand if that's your standard, if that's your choice, and maybe you've had some experiences that have led you down that path. That's fair. But to summarize and put everybody in the same category, first of all, it's offensive and it's limiting because the woman who is your wife might very well have 3 kids that you need to be a father to. And you need her.
Amen.
You need her as your wife, and she might need you as their father.
Amen.
And so
he did himself a much better service by making that list one item. Women with lists.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
That would have been the perfect response to that if you wanted to respond to that.
Yeah.
Women who you don't date, women with lists. Because she done come up with this list of all these restaurants. Well, that's who you don't date.
And I will say this, as we change to the next topic, I'll say this, y'all, to the ladies with that restaurant list, that list right there will have you not eating anywhere. That'll have you sitting in the house. And let me tell y'all something, the older you get, the smaller that list get.
While she would have been going live, I would have been like, your Uber will be here in 5 minutes to take you home.
The second part of that video is old boy got in the car and drove her to the house.
Yes.
He did a service. Because I would have been telling her, Kevin, your Uber driver will be here in 5 minutes.
I already paid for it, sweetheart. You good to go.
Yeah,
hey, listen, family, let's go. We'll be right back. We're coming right back. We're going to get into this conversation. Do women apologize? Donna got a story. I got a video.
And Tristan don't take nobody on no damn date.
I need somebody. Where's Pastor Cash? I need somebody to come rebuke Pastor Tucker. Somebody call Pastor Tony. Yo, We come back, y'all. Let's get into this conversation. Do women apologize? We overtime, but we in it. This is the Akintunde Show. We'll be right back.
First Sunday, every first Sunday.
Coming up for First Sundays in November, it's our special holiday comedy kickoff with a special lineup. 2 headliners over 2 nights, featuring the legendary Alonzo Hamburger Jones. From Def Comedy Jam and Family Guy, it's Hamburger. Plus, from BET's Comic View and TBN, comedian and ventriloquist Willie Brown. 2 headliners, 2 nights for a special First Sundays comedy weekend. Saturday, November 4th and Sunday, November 5th. Coming to our WF Media Studios, located at 5124 Fairfield Road, Columbia, South Carolina, in the Food Lion Shopping Center. Both live in-house and virtual online tickets both nights. To get general admission and VIP tickets, log on to firstsundayscomedy.com. That's firstsundayscomedy.com. We got them jokes for you this November. And remember, every first Sunday is First Sundays. And this month is Saturday too.
It's the Akintunde Show.
Say what?
Say what?
You heard what I said.
That's right, y'all.
The Akintunde Show.
Spell it.
A-K-I-N Tunde.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so y'all can get y'all tickets for First Sundays by logging on to firstsundayscomedy.com. That's firstsundayscomedy.com. Go ahead and get your tickets right now. And make sure that you are in the house for an amazing night of comedy. Ventriloquist Willie Brown will be our guest. And he'll have Uncle Rufus, Auntie, and Woody. A lot of folks know Willie Brown for Willie Brown and Woody. One of the he's one of the actual only African-American ventriloquists that are out right now. And we don't have a lot of black ventriloquists. So, he definitely is someone who definitely should be honored and has been doing it for a long time. My first European tour was me and Willie Brown. Me, Willie Brown, and our sister D. Craig. D. Craig was the host, and me and Willie Brown, I think, were co-headlining, like switching up and closing different shows. And we probably did I don't know, 3 or 4 tours together, something like that, to Europe. So shout out to Willie Brown and Hamburger, Alonzo Hamburger Jones, from the first season of Def Comedy Jam, legendary comic who actually was spotlighted and was shouted out on Family Guy of all places. So I'll play that clip on Tuesday of Family Guy shouting out Hamburger. Listen, y'all. We got some new sponsors. We welcome our new sponsor, the Wendy Mills Agency. That is a licensed broker specializing in senior health care and Medicare, as well as other ancillary products such as dental and vision. They also have other health plans and life insurance plans available for all ages. We want to welcome Sister Wendy Mills, one of our consistent supporters for First Sundays, a consistent supporters for WF Media Studios, as well as Healthy Laughter, and she is now a sponsor for the Akintunde Show. Again, shout out to Sister Wendy Mills, such a sweet lady, always has great value to add, and a sponsor and supporter. We thank you, sister, again. Once again, the Wendy Mills Agency, Senior Healthcare and Medicare, our newest sponsor on the Akintunde Show. If you'd like to be a sponsor on the Ak Show, please give us a call at 803-738-6604. That's 803-738-6604 to get more information. All right. Let's get into this conversation, this last part of the conversation. We only got a few minutes left to get it in. But the question becomes, it kind of came up the other day. And the question is, do women apologize? Now, I didn't start this question.
I wonder who did.
I did. Okay. Since Pastor Tuck gonna throw me. You see how Pastor Tuck threw me under the bus like you said.
I just said I wonder who did.
He didn't throw me under the bus. He rolled me like a bowling ball.
Real gentle. Like, I wonder who did. I wonder who did. Huh? Then he shushed you on the way.
He said you rolled them like a bowling ball.
So the reason why it came up was because I saw a video, and I was like, I said, it's interesting. I said, and I will say, I started doing some inventory, and this, I'm not even talking about my wife on this. I know quite a few women. Again, I'm not gonna get in no trouble. But I know some women, older and younger.
Interesting.
If you get a full-throated, flat-footed, 10 toes down apology without deflecting or emotion, shoot, Negro, that is something significantly amazing. So then the video comes out that kind of supports what I said, what my thought I should say, and then Donna has an experience that she's going to share. But play the video first. Play the video, Jaleel.
So I was talking to a male friend of mine the other day, and he told me that women don't apologize and women can't be held accountable. And I began to really think deeply about this idea. And one of the things that came across my mind is, in the last 9 months or so of me being in my private practice, I have myself experienced many women, whether they came as a couple or they came by themselves, they very abruptly discontinued their therapy. And I started to reflect and really think, what was going on here? And I noticed that after I had to confront them about something, I had to bring to their attention something they were doing that wasn't contributing to the health of the relationship, they became very defensive and very, just very harsh, and they stopped coming. And even though the husband would continue to come, he made it very clear that, she won't apologize. She thinks you're wrong. She thinks you're taking my side. And I began to really reflect, like, oh my gosh, is it true that women don't apologize? Is it that women struggle with being held accountable?
Okay. So the video brought the question up for me, right? And then Donna,
yes,
if you could share your now this is after Tuesday. Tell the people what happened, Donna.
Well, okay, so I work for Delta, and the below ramp agents were bringing it. There's a specific way that they have to bring the plane in. So I had been off for a little while. I go in. I'm expecting them to do that specific way to bring the plane in, and they didn't do that. And I said to him, I was like, look, y'all got to do this. You're supposed to bring it. It was like, we don't do that anymore. And when I found out that we don't do that anymore, I had to go back to him and say, oh, look, I apologize for that. I didn't realize that we don't do that anymore. Well, his supervisor was in the next room, and he said, whoa, you better take that, because a woman is never going to apologize. So you better take that. So
okay, I didn't say that. I wasn't nowhere around. This is post Tuesday.
That's what a man said.
So okay,
that's what the supervisor.
I just thought the timeline was interesting.
All right.
But I did apologize because I was wrong.
Let me
Donna's exceptional.
Always.
One thing
that was petty.
I think these are two kind of separate situations, but they're kind of the same. Because I think a lot of men have situations where, whether they're dealing with their spouse or their significant others, they find that women don't apologize, and that's why you had that response from the guy at work. But what this therapist is talking about is something totally different. And Pastor Stephanie and I have seen this over our years of doing marital counseling oftentimes.
And what exactly is that you talking about?
What this therapist was just talking about, when you see couples come in for counseling, a lot of times counseling is initiated by women. And they'll come in and they say, we need counseling, and they'll bring their husbands in for counseling. But their initial intent is they're bringing him in because they want him to get fixed.
Right. I agree.
Come in and tell him why he's wrong.
Yes. But when you start identifying her issues, she wants to discontinue counseling.
Interesting.
Because she did not want to be held accountable. She wanted you to fix him.
Wow.
And we've seen that on several occasions, and that seems to be an issue. We've never, and I think I will be probably right. I had to check that with her to find out.
but I don't think I can remember a time when we've had a couple come in and we start calling the husband on his issues and he wants to stop counseling.
Okay.
Or he refused to address or receive correction.
Mm-hmm.
But I can tell you numerous times where we've had it and the woman said, we need to go somewhere else.
Wow.
Or we don't want to do counseling any longer.
Wow.
Because they don't want to be held accountable. They don't want to deal with that. And as soon as you, and as long as I'm telling the husband, you wrong in this, you wrong in that, you wrong in this. Oh, I'm the pastor. Oh, call your son. You need to talk to your son. You need to talk to your son. But as soon as I tell her, all of a sudden we need to find, well, I believe the Lord's leading us somewhere else.
Ooh, wow. Wow. So is it that, do you think, and this is a question for both of y'all, do you think that could be rooted in the fact that as a woman, she doesn't want to admit that she's wrong, or that she doesn't want to be held accountable and then have to go through the process of making the necessary changes?
I think it's deeper than that. I think it's rooted in the fact the way we raise our kids. We raise kids in society. We have, traditionally, we've raised kids where we are constantly, we talk about how we raise our sons, but I forgot what we said, the term we use for our daughters. And, you know, we don't, a daughter do something, we fix it. Sons do something, we make them fix it. And that's been a constant thing.
Wow.
Throughout society. And so they're not in that habit of having to clean their mess up. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
From that standpoint of having to deal with consequences from that perspective.
Okay, it's 11:58. So I want to give Donna a quick chance to respond. And we got to continue this.
Yeah.
Oh, so just so y'all know, on Tuesday, the show for Tuesday is, let me find my list. We didn't got so deep in the show today. Let me get to my list. Listen. Okay. So I'll tell you just a little bit. Anyway, we almost out of time. Donna, go ahead, quick response, please.
Well, with that, I can agree with Pastor Tuck on that a lot of times as women, we don't want to step in and take responsibility because we feel that, you know, the big bad man it's all his fault. And I have friends that I really am relating this to them, that I definitely see the pattern with some, you know, so I say family members too, that, you know, they've gone to counseling and when it shows that the husband was doing all he could or whatever, the wife was just like, you know what? Nah. And changed several times when her stuff was brought out. So, but anyway.
Okay, 11:59. On Tuesday, the topic is, we got another round of women apologizing. I mean, I'm sorry, not apologizing. Women asking men to marry them and posting the pictures on social. I posted one, a picture, and one of the women was actually doggone pregnant. On one knee, asking the Joker to marry her. And when I tell you that picture took fire on my Facebook page. I want to talk about that because clearly this thing is continuing on. But there's some other things about marriage that are on social and that we needed to talk about. And so we want to address that. And now we're going to have to continue this conversation right here. Right. Do women apologize? And
you got to bring back the Uncle Frank bathroom freestyle for that very purpose.
Let's do just that.
Frank, tell him.
Let's do that. Let's do that, y'all. We out of time, y'all. It is 12 o'clock on the nose. We got another room starts right now, right here on Clubhouse and on Facebook, YouTube. We'll see y'all soon on the My Church channel. We'll see y'all soon as well. We love y'all. We thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. This is the Akintunde Show. That's Pastor Suck. That's Donna J. Sorry, I was English. We'll be right back Tuesday. We'll talk to y'all soon. Peace. We'll see y'all when we see y'all.
Don't go on no damn days.